Hey guys, RW here, and I just wanted to show you a little project I got going on here. I am making kind of a high-tech insulated wood dog house. Wood is a good material for dogs, much better than plastic, like buying some dog glue or something. But you don't want to just use a piece of plywood and slap together a shed for your dog, because it's going to be cold and drafty, and you got to take some care to make sure it's weather tight, water tight, and that the materials you're using are going to be suitable and going to hold up, because if you invest this much time and effort in it, you certainly would want to have a good result, something that would last for the life of the dog. You got to build it the right size, you got to use the right materials, and you got to have a good design. This is some really interesting foam. This is some Zero Emission foam that they came up with, and what I like about it is, unlike the white styro foam, it doesn't melt when you put contact adhesive on it. So you can stick this kind of foam to panels and whatnot, and that's basically what I've been doing here. So I took some 2x4, I cut it into strips that were exactly as wide as the foam, and then I made panels using this Tri Ply here. This is a Moisture Resistant underlayment. And this is all going to get polyurethaned and sealed, so it'll be completely sealed, encapsulated. And everything's been put together with Franklin Titebond wood glue. No need for screws or anything at this point. And so this is the front. You're looking at it from the inside, and this will be the opening for the Hound. And so it's going to be a decent height. It's not the idea is you do not want to make your dog house too terribly big. You want to make it as big as your full-grown dog, so your dog can stand up inside of it. But you don't want to make it much taller than that. It'll be cold in the winter. Just be too big. Anyway, the panels come out to be about 1.5 inches thick this way, and they're very light, nice light thing. And it's got foam. Anywhere there's a cavity, there's foam. That's how that's going to go. So these are the front. This is like the front door, back door, and now I've got to make up my other panels, which will be a little bit smaller and won't have any holes or anything in them. This is the underlayment material, more of the foam over here. So I had to figure all my cutting beforehand so I'd know how much material to get. At this point, I'm in about $160 of material, and I haven't even gotten the exterior siding. So it's going to be an expensive doghouse. But Luxor Fire Toe is worth it. Purebred mutt. She's a purebred mutt, agility hound. So these are already pretty much pre-sized in one dimension for me, so that once I unclamp all of this, I can start laying out my next one. What I do basically is I get the size panel I want on the outside, and you can see I have a little gap here. Well, there's going to be an insulated floor made exactly the same way. Insulated floor, and the whole sides and bottom are all going to be one unit. And then it'll have a lift off top, so it'll be hygienic, so we can get in there and clean it and everything. And then so what I do is I just end up cutting my sticks, and I get them all spaced out and everything. And then I glue them down. Then I spray contact adhesive. Then I stick the foam into the inside. Then I spray contact adhesive on the foam and the next panel, except for the areas I'm gluing, which I mask. Then I use yellow glue and I clamp it all up. So it's a rather involved process. It's much like making composite panels for yachts, which is what I've done, except I would use a vacuum bag at that point. But I don't have a vacuum bag set up right now. But yeah, it's a very handy thing to have. Let me tell you, you can run it off your compressor, and you can create enough vacuum with a vinyl bag and a hole with perf board or holes in it. You can make enough vacuum to really sock down these things really fast. You could put everything together wet, stick it on there, and slam it together. But this is a little more time consuming, but allows me to control the process and everything. So that's what I'm up to. Dog house building, high-tech hound habitat, the doggy domicile, the puppy palace. It's underway. And I will show you more as I go along. I'll explain a little more about my design and how everything's going to work out. I haven't shown you all of it. There's a little bit more to it. It's going to be pretty neat. but it's going to be pretty involved. So it's going to be kind of a process I'll be going through over the week. And maybe next week sometime I'll actually have the thing outside where the dog can use it.